he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You saying you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means.
You know, but he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man.
Kind of, in the most respectful way, like make him regret, coming out of retirement, to face me.
The boxing world is shocked after reports surfaced about...
The boxing world is buzzing after reports surfaced about Manny Pacquiao's recent sparring session in preparation for his bout with Mario Barrios. While his sparring partner confirmed they trained together, he declined to provide any details about what took place. When asked whether he had knocked Pacquiao down, he simply laughed and offered no clear response. This cryptic reaction has fueled speculation about Pacquiao's current condition and raised questions about whether he's truly ready for the upcoming fight.
So now you're a big deal. And didn't you spar Manny Pacquiao around that time?
Yeah.
How's Manny Pacquiao in the ring?
Oh, man, we worked so much. We worked so much together. Freddie Roach, I can quote him. He said that the best fights, sparring he's ever seen in his life has been me and Manny Pacquiao.
Really?
Yeah. I won't disclose what took place, but it's been great.
You saying you knocked out Manny Pacquiao?
I don't know what that means. I have amnesia.
Okay.
Veteran trainer Robert Garcia has expressed serious concerns about Pacquiao's return to the ring. At 46 years old, Garcia believes the odds are stacked heavily against him. He called the comeback a risky decision, pointing to the brutal nature of modern boxing and the physical toll it takes on aging athletes. Though Garcia acknowledges Pacquiao's legendary achievements, he reminds us that time is undefeated. The speed, reflexes, and endurance that once defined Manny may no longer be present, potentially making all the difference at this level of competition.
And lastly, Robert, do you think Pacquiao wins this fight?
Man, look, Pacquiao's is a legend. He's a legend. He's man, everybody, myself, Mexicans, people love him because he's just such a great person. He helps a lot. Everything he does is to help people out, and I know of so many stories of people that he's helped, things that he's done in his country. So you can't help not like him and not wish him well. But I got 36. It's too hard.
46, yeah. 46.
Oh, my bad. 46. Yeah. He's 4 years younger than me, man. I don't see myself even able to, box for 12 rounds against a young fighter. Even though Barrios might be the lighter of the welterweight division,
right?
But he's still young. He's strong. He's a big boy. Pacquiao is 46, man. It's tough, man. But it's been done before, man. Foreman done it. Hopkins did it. Leonard came back. Also and did it after a long retirement. So is it possible? Yeah. Does he have the talent to do it? Yeah. Was he one of the best fighters of all times? Yeah. So we could see him pull it off, man. But I really don't. I don't see it happening.
Sports analysts have shown caution in supporting Pacquiao's comeback. Their hesitancy doesn't stem from doubting his legacy, but rather from evaluating his current situation. Still, they recognize that Pacquiao's return is not a rash decision. It reflects deep inner drive and unwavering self-belief. Analysts argue that someone like Manny wouldn't risk everything unless he truly believed he could still compete. While most are withholding predictions, some believe that if his conditioning holds up and he finds his rhythm, an upset could very well be possible.
Everyone's going to be paying attention. I know I have been these last couple of weeks, watching all these old fights, looking at interviews, watching him train. It just makes you think, like, does he have one more in him? I don't know. He thinks so. And we're going to watch him try at least.
Against Mario Barrios, he's going to be looking for the WBC World title, huh?
Yeah. Barrios is a world champion in a welterweight division that is about as weak as I've ever seen it. I think probably people older than me won't ever remember. This might be the weakest welterweight division in history, especially with the removal of Ennis, who's likely seen his last fight at welterweight. I do believe that there are guys coming up in the pipeline that are pretty good welterweights, but they're not at the championship, or they're not getting the championship shot quite yet. But if there's a moment in time where an older fighter can jump in and maybe steal a moment or steal a belt and win a championship and do something special, it's probably right now. It's Mario Barrios losing the welterweight title isn't exactly Michael Moore losing the heavyweight title to George Foreman, when Moore had just beaten Evander Holyfield. It was a shock when Foreman beat him. but nonetheless, it's still an accomplishment. And you know, I think, dude, I think Barrios sucks. So I think, I think
Mario Barrios has made his intentions clear. The confident young contender declared that Pacquiao's decision to come out of retirement is one he'll come to regret. Barrios has been carefully analyzing Manny's recent training footage and shaping his strategy accordingly. He noted the visible decline in Pacquiao's speed and conditioning, warning that in elite-level boxing, age is not just a number. Barrios respects Manny's past accomplishments, but insists the fighter he's preparing to face is no longer the same force who once dominated the sport. He sees this bout as his chance to elevate his own legacy by defeating a legend.
To get in this camp.
So yeah, then I guess I'll put it this way: like, I don't think based on that, then you should be surprised with anything Manny does, or is it like, well, we'll see with the first punch how that mimics the sparring.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of like the like best way, right? Because I mean, again, we have been trying to mimic or trying to get the looks that Manny brings as best as we can, but still, everything it's gonna come down to fight night. I'm still preparing for the best version of like Manny that I can. I'm not going in there like expecting to be like facing an old man. So yeah, I'm expecting him to be fast, to be moving. So yeah, I'm just expecting the best from him.
I would think because you're younger, that the later the fight goes, the more it's in your favor, right? Like, do you guys feel that?
I feel that I have confidence, and the more the longer the fight goes, right? It's I mean it's my job to go in there and yeah, like make him feel like the old man, make him feel kind of in the most respectful way, like make him regret coming out of retirement to face me, but make him question it, right? Like why did I come back for this?
A panel of 11 boxing analysts has raised concerns about Pacquiao's physical readiness. Reflecting on his last bout, which ended on an underwhelming note, they pointed out the noticeable absence of the sharpness and footwork Manny was once known for. The consensus is clear: this fight carries serious risk. Barrios' power and stamina, coupled with Pacquiao's age, make a knockout a real possibility. While some admire his courage, most agree that facing a younger, active opponent at 46 is an extremely dangerous gamble.
So Manny Pacquiao is going to get knocked out by Mario Barrios. And I get it, like, Mario Barrios is, like, far from a good fighter. Mario Barrios is one of the worst champions in all of boxing, but Manny Pacquiao is so old, bro. I think a lot of you guys forget Manny Pacquiao fought last year, and he arguably lost to, like, a Muay Thai kickboxer dude. Like, this dude wasn't even a boxer. Yes, he was really big, but the dude was just not a boxer. Honestly, I think the WBC should call this fight off. I think it's not too late to kind of go back on your word and let's call this one off. This fight should not be sanctioned by anybody. This fight should not be allowed. At least Mario Barrios should be stripped of his WBC title for defending it against a 46-year-old. Is there a slim chance Manny Pacquiao is able to outmaneuver him and maybe outpoint him, punch, around him? Yeah, maybe. But realistically, it won't happen. But if he does, I think it will solidify him as the greatest boxer of all time. No questions about it. I think if he does win this fight, it would put him clearly over Ali, Ray Robinson, Ray Leonard, and Floyd Mayweather. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts on how y'all feel about this fight.
Coach Joel Diaz weighed in with a balanced perspective. He praised Pacquiao's remarkable career but stressed that the effects of aging can't be ignored. Diaz explained that Barrios holds the natural advantages of youth: greater energy, faster recovery, and sharper physical reflexes. Although Manny was once known for his explosive speed and angles, Diaz believes those attributes inevitably diminish with time.
Yeah. Mario Barrios is younger. He's younger. He's big. He's a big boy. I mean, he still has a little bit more youth in him than Manny. Manny, if I'm not mistaken, I think Mario Barrios is probably same size as Margarito.
I think so, like 5'10", 5'11".
Around there, yeah. And Manny at this age, he shouldn't be fighting. In my opinion, I respect the man a lot. He gave the sport of boxing his life. He gave us great moments, great memories.
One of the biggest concerns remains Pacquiao's age and long absence from the sport. Years away from elite-level competition demand immense physical and mental adjustment. It's not just about stamina or muscle memory. Timing, rhythm, and the ability to adapt to evolving styles are all critical. In boxing, even the slightest delay in reaction time can be costly. While no one questions Manny's past greatness, critics insist that legacy alone can't turn back the clock.
I think people are forgetting Pacquiao has a championship fight this weekend against Mario Barrios. And I don't know what to really think about this one. So, I took a screenshot of this and circled it. Pacquiao's 46 years old. See, status inactive. And, I don't know. I don't know how, one, they gave this guy a license to have this fight. I get Manny Pacquiao, who he used to be, and how truly good he really was. Not that guy anymore. Going against a guy who's young and Mario Barrios and talented. And then if you look at Pacquiao's resume going into this fight. So obviously you have his loss in 2015 to Mayweather. And we'll just go up. And look, he beat Bronner in 2019. That win didn't age too well, but it's a very good win. Beats Keith Thurman, who beat Barrios. And he loses to Ugas in UD, who, by the way, gets cooked by Barrios 2 years later. Pacquiao, at this point, will have had a 4-year layoff going into this fight, or a 3-year and 11-month layoff, if you look at that. Going into a championship fight against a guy who's young and decently talented. Is it a winnable fight? Yes, it is. Manny Pacquiao's 46 years old. He's an old man. I doubt he will get the job done. Don't be surprised if he does, though. Don't be surprised. I hope he does. I mean, who doesn't like Manny Pacquiao? But we'll see. But what do we think? Should Pacquiao even have a license to be boxing this weekend?
Analyst Sean Zittel views this bout as the closing chapter of an era. He predicts a clear victory for Barrios, one that will prompt Pacquiao to retire for good. In Zittel's view, this fight won't just mark another loss, it will symbolize a changing of the guard. He respects Manny's bravery in accepting such a tough challenge, but believes Barrios' hunger and activity will ultimately give him the upper hand.
The jab is what can neutralize Pacquiao. It's what helped Ugas neutralize Manny in between those bursts that you know are coming. So we'll see. My first thought of this fight was Sugar Ray Leonard when he came back against Hector Camacho. I think we get Barrios winning, and I think Manny announces an emotional retirement in the ring in a beautiful moment after the fight. He's one of those guys that needs to lose against an ordinary type of fighter like Barrios to truly know it's over, because without a shadow of a doubt, 10 years ago, he would have handled Barrios with ease, and that's not a diss to Barrios. So you got to lose to a Joe Smith. You got to lose to a Mario Barrios. Manny is one of the fighters that won't stop until you make him stop. So Saturday night, I think Mario Barrios finally makes him stop.
There's no denying that this fight is a high-stakes gamble for Manny Pacquiao. Beyond defeat, he risks tarnishing his legacy and endangering his health. After decades of building one of the most respected reputations in boxing, a poor performance now could cast a shadow over it all. At his age, each punch carries greater risk. Former opponent Chris Algieri gave a sobering take, emphasizing the importance of the early rounds. If Manny struggles to find his timing and rhythm early, the fight could quickly spiral out of control. According to Algieri, a slow start may lead to a disastrous finish, one of the most difficult nights of Manny's career.
One of the things that I really thought made Manny special, and what I noticed in the ring too, was his first step. It was so damn fast. Fastest hands I ever fought in a ring was Amir Khan. Fastest first step was Manny Pacquiao. His ability to pull the trigger early on, pop that straight left hand right down the middle. If I see him go out there, pop that straight left hand on the heavy-footed Mario Barrios and bangs him, cracks him with her left hand early, I'm like, okay, we got to fight. If I see him falling out of position, being off balance, getting square, and getting countered early on, I'm gonna know right away this is gonna be a bad night for Manny.
Despite widespread concern, some analysts remain optimistic. They argue that as an 8-division world champion, Pacquiao possesses a level of ring intelligence and experience that can't be taught. While Barrios may have youth on his side, Manny's adaptability and strategic mind could be key. These supporters believe Pacquiao has defied the odds before, and this fight might be another chapter in that story.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against a young fighter, champion WBC, Mario Barrios. How do you see that fight playing out?
Barrios is a tall guy, and he's a tough guy. You know, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is a champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win, so you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's a question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.
There are still voices in the boxing world who believe in the magic of Manny Pacquiao. They caution against underestimating a fighter of his caliber. Even at 46, his career has been defined by breaking expectations. These believers point to his discipline, determination, and unshakable self-belief, qualities that have led him to greatness before and might do so again.
Well, I mean, Manny's already, it doesn't matter anything. Manny's already a winner, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he's just to step in and to keep challenging himself at his age. I mean, he's already won, so it doesn't matter what the outcome is.
July 19th, we've got Manny Pacquiao getting back at the ring at the age of 46 against a young, hungry champion, Mario Barrios.
Doesn't matter, knockout. You know, nothing against the other guy, by the way. Shout out to you. You probably have a great future ahead of you after this fight. But I'm predicting maybe a 7th round knockout. You know, it's gonna be a little brutal. Head's gonna be on the ground. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely betting on it. So we'll see.
I think it's nothing Manny can't handle. I think if Manny fights Manny's fight, I think he beats him. And I think, and this is where I say it might be shock the world, I think he could unify the title. I really do. I still think he's got the ability at 46 to do something that will shock the world. I believe that.
At a certain age, even as great as Ray is, he's not the Ray Leonard who became the world champion, one of the greatest fighters in history. So age takes a toll. I mean, Manny actually walked in when I was working out in the ring. And I said, you know, let me tell you something. Age really has nothing to do with this. And I'm 82, so, you know, I think you train hard, you're working hard, you've got the skills, but, you know, let's be realistic. It's a split-second sport. Right? That's
you nearly hit me.
Nearly. That's why I said nearly.
So you still good.
Love you.
Boxing veteran Shane Mosley offered a more optimistic take after observing Pacquiao's training camp. He reported that Manny looked focused, physically prepared, and mentally sharp. According to Mosley, if Pacquiao brings that same intensity into the ring, he could exceed expectations and surprise everyone.
The way I feel right now, I think that he's going to do really, really good, and I think that it's a really strong possibility that he wins the world title. I mean, he gets up every morning, he does his run, he works very hard. I'm listening to what he's doing and his mentality. Oh, I talked to him the other day. I was like, ooh, he sounds exactly like me. My mentality, he has my mentality. Like we have the same. We're like walking the same type of thing. You know, he's 46, I'm 53, but it's like we're almost the same. I don't really know Barrios like that, so I can't really speak about it. That's why I'm like hesitant. But see what I see with Manny, man, I think that it's a very strong possibility he wins the world title.
On the other hand, Alex Ariza, who has worked with Pacquiao in the past, offered a critical view. He observed that Manny's training methods haven't changed much since his prime, which he believes could be a problem. Ariza emphasized that what worked in Manny's 20s may not be effective in his 40s. The body changes with age, and clinging to outdated routines could leave Pacquiao vulnerable when the real challenge begins.
Okay, so a few more days, the Pacquiao Barrios. And of course, I'm here with Alex. Who better knows Pacquiao than Alex? How do you see the fight going down?
I think it's a good fight. I think Manny, they picked a good opponent. The blueprint's already there. Margarito, only not as big. So Manny just has to do the same thing.
Easier said than done, but you know, because of course I've watched a lot of analysts, experts. They're saying, yes, that's the blueprint. Can he do it at 46?
if I was privy to what he's doing, then I'd be able to say yes or no. But I'm not. Like again, like with my teams, we have a dietitian, we have a chef, we have a recovery doctor. We know where our fighter is, and he's only 21. Manny's 46. So they should be checking his blood, finding out what his optimal levels are, what he's probably deficient in, what he's not deficient in, what they have to. So they should be all on top of that.
Can you make a good assumption based on what you see on training and videos if he's in good condition?
I don't see anything. All I see is the same thing, to be honest. I see him doing a lot of shadow boxing. They don't show sparring, so we don't really know.
So you can't really test if his condition?
No, he's always looks good before the fight.
And that wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more updates. Until next time.